Good evening everyone, and thank you for tuning into my second technical analysis video. Today we're going to be focusing on trend lines and channels and how you can incorporate these into your own trading strategies and find profitable trades based on what we're about to go through. So first and foremost, we're on the website TradingView. This is where I do all of my analysis, and I find it so easy and so much more straightforward to use than some of the other softwares out there. So you've got plenty of tools you can take advantage on, and I definitely recommend doing all of your analysis on your computer or your laptop, as it makes things a little bit tricky when you're trying to play around with it on your phone. So anyway, without further ado, let's jump into trend lines and channels. So we can see that we have a plain chart. There's nothing going on here but the price. So what you want to start off by doing is taking your trendline tool and trying to link up as many high points and low points as possible to see if there is a trend or a channel in play. So we'll start off first by playing with the highs, linking one high to the next high to see if we have a trend or a channel. In this case we don't, since it's cutting through a lot of the price. So what we can do is maybe try from the bottom here. So we'll take some of the lows and link them up and see if they do line up well. So we'll take this low here. We won't bother with these, as we can see that from this portion of price it was pretty sideways, but this is clearly where there's some form of trend going on. As we can see, it's in a little bit of a downtrend. So we'll start from this low here, and we'll click on the trend line. We'll click the trend line tool, and we will drag from this low to the next low and drag it all the way across to see if we have some form of trend line. And in this case we do. We've had the start of the trend line, we've had the second touch, we've now had the third touch, and we've seen pinpoint perfect reactions from each of them. So what we're going to do to see if we have a channel is we're going to click the trend line, we're going to come over down here to this little box, click more, click clone, and will provide us with an identical duplicate of the trend line we've just drawn. Now you'll usually find in most channel scenarios, if it is a true channel, you'll find the top and the bottoms, each trend line is completely and perfectly parallel. So let's move this up and see if it links up with any of the highs. And we can see pinpoint perfect links up with these high points here. So this is the start of the top of the channel, this is our second touch, and now we can see we have the foundations of our channel formation. Let's extend these a little bit into the future, just in case we see any more touches. But now you can see price is clearly operating within this channel, bouncing from the top of the channel to the bottom, back to the bottom, to the top, to the bottom. So obviously what we're hoping to see from current price right now, we might have another touch down to the bottom before going higher, but what we're expecting is something along these lines here. Price is going to bounce up, down, before eventually breaking out and creating a new trend somewhere else. So if we hit play on the charts, we can see exactly what price did and how it went. So we'll click play now, and we can see that price did eventually make its way back down to the bottom of the channel, like so. So now price is at the bottom of this channel. What we're expecting to see is these moves replicated. Okay, so we're expecting for price to push up from the bottom of this channel, because we're basically trading within these train tracks as such. So we'll be looking to buy from the bottom of the channel to make money as price starts to rise again. So what we'll do is we'll take our long position tool from the sidebar on the left. We'll click roughly around where we want to enter. So we'll roughly enter now, since price is on the trend line. And now we bring up these two boxes, which give us our stop loss and our take profit. So we can decide where we want to set our stop loss and take profit, how wide we want these to be. But similar to the support and resistance video, channel trading is very similar. Instead of being horizontal, we can see channels and trends are obviously diagonal, but the principle is exactly the same. So we want to set our stop loss just a little bit outside of the channel to give the trade, or give price, room to breathe, because price could pop just below the channel before then reversing back to the top. So we want to give it enough room to breathe, but not be stupid with it and have it down here, because by that point, if price reaches down here, we can clearly say that this channel has been broken and it's no more. So we'll set the stop loss just a little bit outside of this channel, down here like so, and then we can set our take profit. You could be ambitious and set it all the way to the top of the channel, or you could set it maybe 3/4 of the way. It depends on how long you want to hold your trade, or how far up you expect price to go, but let's just say we'll stick it here. So if we hover over this, we can see what our stop loss is in pips, so how many digits our stop loss is away from our entry point, and obviously the same again with the take profit. But if you look on the sidebar at the price bar, we can see this is our stop loss figure here. So this is what you'd enter into your stop loss section on MetaTrader, and this is obviously where you're going to set your take profit on MetaTrader too. So now we need to figure out the risk and what lot size we need to use, or what decimal we need to use to determine how much we have at risk on this particular trade. So we have our stop loss value, we have our take profit value. Now time to determine the risk. So let's hover over here again. What we need is this value here, 9.5. 9.5 digits away from where we entered. So if we go onto the baby pips position size calculator, we can see that I've already got some bits drafted up, but let's start fresh and I can walk you through it step by step. So we've typed in the account balance, and for this example, let's assume 300. Our risk percentage, depending on how much risk you want to take, would you like to risk 10% of your balance, so £30, or would you like to risk 5%? So let's stick with 5%. Stop loss in pips, so this is where this figure comes in handy. So the 9.5 is what we need to enter. So we'll come back onto here, 9.5 digits or pips away from our entry price. The currency pair we're trading is AUD CAD in this situation, but obviously this will vary depending on what you're trading. So if you're trading GBP AUD, obviously set it as that. But in this instance, we're trading AUD CAD. And then it asks us for the current GBP CAD ask price. So we're going to hop back onto Trading View and we're going to find GBP CAD's price. So 1.7162. So we'll come back onto here, 1.7162. Click calculate, and this figure right here is the decimal or the lot size that you would enter into the top of your MetaTrader platform after you've inputted your stop loss and take profit, and that would give you a £15 maximum risk on this trade. So it's a little bit long-winded, but you'll definitely get into the swing of things once you've given it a few goes and you've done a few trades. But anyway, without further ado, let's press that play button and see how this trade would have gone. So almost instantly we've had a rejection. Price dawdles around a little bit before finally making its way up into profit. And as we can see, we would eventually hit take profit, which we have right about now. So price has reached our target. The trade's closed in profit. Happy days. So we'll get rid of that. But now we might have a second trade on our hands. Now price is reaching the top of the channel. What could we expect price to do there? So if we look back into the past, we can see that on the 6th of August 2021, we had a rejection from the top of that channel and price drastically fell back down low. So we could assume a possible scenario playing out as price reaches or at least nears the top of this channel once again. So let's press play to see what happens as price gets close to the top of the channel. So slowly but surely, price is making its way back to the top. And as we can see right here, we've already had our rejection. So obviously I'm using the playback feature, but at the time you'd be monitoring this direct. So you'd be seeing exactly how price is reacting to the top of this channel. We can see we've had a rejection. So with that in mind, we'd look to enter our sell trade this time. So instead of buying, we're selling. Selling meaning we make money as the price falls. Buying means we make money as the price rises. So what we want to do is come onto our sidebar and we're going to select short position. So another word for selling. And we click roughly where we wanted to enter our trade. So roughly at the top of our trend line, and obviously our boxes pop up once again. This time stop loss is above the current price and our take profit is below because we're wanting to sell. So we're hoping price is going to fall. So anytime price falls down here, we're going to be in profit. So our profit, take profit is going to be below. So we can set that again ambitiously right at the bottom of the channel, providing price gets that low, or we can set it maybe 3/4 of the way just to be a bit safer. And then again, our stop loss, we want to set that just outside the top of the channel to give price a bit of room to breathe. That might be a little bit too tight, so we'll set it a tiny bit higher. So let's set it something like that. So price has got room to creep out the top of the channel and then come back down if it likes to. So we'll have a look on the price bar on the right. This is our stop loss. This is obviously our take profit. We'll hover over this to get the amount of pips or digits between our entry price and our stop loss, 8.1. So we'd hop back onto baby pips and we can see that this is already done for us, but this time we have an 8.1 digit stop loss. We've got our AUD CAD currency pair, we've got the price of GBP CAD, which we already entered. So we'll click calculate, and this time, this is what we'd want to be entering into the top of our MetaTrader on the stop loss and take profit screen to give us a £15 overall risk. So anyway, let's hit that play button and see how price played out. And lo and behold, similar to last time, price completely melted back down towards the bottom of the channel once again, and possibly even providing another buy opportunity as well. So to explain it really simply, you're looking at this channel almost like a train track. Price is bouncing from the bottom to the top, to the bottom, to the top, to the bottom, to the top, until eventually it will break out. So you could have another buying opportunity from the bottom, exactly how we've just run through. We'd look to enter at the bottom of the channel. Our stop loss would be just below, our take profit would be just above, and we'll ride the trade out. So I hope that makes sense as to how you would incorporate channels and trends within your trading strategies. I hope this helps finding many more profitable trades, and I really do wish you all the best in your trading journeys, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.